We've worked with Southampton University now for almost a decade, particularly around research and development initiatives, sponsoring some of their students to undertake really advanced research in areas of particular interest to Northrop Grumman. We've got close to the university in a number of aspects and been able to support some of the student initiatives that they've been running themselves, such as FutureWorld, which has been a fascinating initiative.
FutureWorld is the on-campus tech startup accelerator at the University of Southampton, so it exists to help brilliantly talented students and researchers to turn their ideas in the lab into world-changing startups.
We work really hard to open hearts and open minds across the university campus to really inspire those talented students within the university to consider a startup pathway. We recruit those startups during a really intensive bootcamp weekend. If they've been successful, they will then be invited to join the cohort programme, where we support those talented students to really accelerate their startup idea. And it's with the help of people like Northrop Grumman that we're able to deliver that activity.
So Northrop Grumman's partnership is more than just cash, it's also the access to the ecosystem that sits around such a well-established engineering company, so that as aspiring student and researcher founders are looking to take their first steps in commercialisation, they can tap into that network of relationships that sits around such a well-established organisation. So there's a whole range of examples of students coming through the cohort programs that Northrop Grumman supports, and a whole range of ways in which they've benefited. A most recent example would be Metafutura Aerospace, a group of final year aerospace engineering students coming through the cohort to turn their final year project into the beginnings of a startup, and they've been able to successfully go through our demo day, through leaning into the network at San Francisco, reaching out to investors. They've managed to get launched, to get funding, and they're already now in the process of getting trials to bring their technology from that final year student project to then space trials.
Being an engineering and physical sciences faculty, of course we have a lot of experimental facilities that the students can use, but we don't have everything. Really good example of that is the student satellite design project that's been supported by equipment that we've been able to buy from Northrop Grumman funding. That's really helped the students to further develop their design capabilities.
So Northrop's funding has been fantastic to help us to put on more extensive events that bring together mentors with great students and researchers, and that coming together of those two parties can make all the difference to the startup journey. It enables us to take students out to San Francisco, to the very epicenter of startup culture globally. It's enabled us to put on a big demo day in the center of London as part of London Tech Week, where we could bring investors around to see the pitches from these startups, so that you can really help them start that journey.
It was absolutely fantastic to hear back from a room of over 300 investors and industrial partners who attend so many tech demo days on a regular basis, that ours was of a really, really high calibre, and that the standard of the startups that were pitching on stage were absolutely mind-blowing.
I mean, the university's been a really strong partner for us, particularly in the science and technology area, and that's been really valuable to developing some of the technologies that underpin the work we do in defence and security. More generally, we've worked with their careers and development team to demonstrate what a career in science, technology, engineering and maths, particularly in the defence and security sector, might mean for some of their students, and we're delighted to have received some of their students as graduates into Northrop Grumman. I think we're really excited about some of the work we're doing now with the University of Southampton. One of the new initiatives is the Online Cipher Challenge. It's an initiative to reach out to secondary school children to engage them in the opportunities presented by STEM, and in particular cybersecurity. Really exciting programme, and we really look forward to seeing that launch later on this year.
Universities don't exist in a vacuum, they exist in society, and great students, great researchers have an opportunity to change the world, and working together with commercial partners that have got that scale and that reach enables us to help those people go on that journey to change the world.
We really wouldn't have been able to have achieved the activity we have delivered to date without the support of Northrop Grumman. They've been instrumental in helping us scale our activity and really raise the profile of Future Worlds on an international stage.